And as the Lord is stirring up our pure minds by the way of remembrance, so is he doing with the heathen and the wicked. Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashai, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashai, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashai, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashai. Call HALAL YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule well, who taught me there's truth, enough respect and salutations to the fellow Akim, the house of David, the hopefully elect. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BARAK to you, Akim, as well as the sincere YAHAWAH that are listening and learning. So this is your brother YAHWAH from the Birmingham branch coming to you again with this 100% doctrine. And again, man, as we're being stirred up by the way of remembrance, all right, the elect mainly, okay, he's also stirring up these minds of the wicked and the elect by the way of these so-called UFOs or UAPs, right? We got this article by National Geographic, and the apostles went into this at camp yesterday. And I was looking at this yesterday before I actually went to camp. And I knew right then I was going to do a video on it because of the words that was being used and the numerology that was being used as well. So we're going to get into this lesson, Lord willing, to be edifying and comforting. Now, let's go to the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus. All right, 26 verse. So like it 36 and 26. And it reads, who will trust a thief well appointed that skippeth from city to city? So who will believe a man that hath no house and lodgeth wheresoever the night taketh it or taketh him? Salakia. So that thief is Esau Edom. He was well appointed by Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHWASHI. He does skip from city to city, as in what? A vagabond, a wanderer, a fugitive. And you can go no further than Genesis. Let's get that, chapter 4, verse 14. And you can read up and understand, the story within itself, as when Cain murdered his brother Abel. Let's start at 13. And Cain said unto the Lord, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHWASHI, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Which at this time he just heard, all right, his judgment. Verse 14, it says, behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, okay? And from thy face shall I be hid. And he was hid, okay? Now when he came back, due to revelation, he went out to deceive the nations again. He started covering up who he was and started labeling other nations bywords. Continuing on, it says, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. So let's get this word vagabond real quick. A person who wanders from place to place without a home or a job. And we're bringing this out to prove a point, right? Again, Ecclesiasticus, Sirach 36 and 26. Who will trust a thief well appointed that skippeth from city to city? That city to city being what? A vagabond. He's everywhere. He never keepeth at home. So let's go back here, all right? And we're going to get the precept that goes along with this thief. It says how the Pentagon, this is National Geographic, and Lord willing, I'll put it in the description box because this is a very, very long article, right? But we're going to sum it up in a couple paragraphs, Lord willing. It says how the Pentagon learned to start worrying and investigate UFOs, which we know them to be the angels of the Lord, all right? It says the government's UFO report has landed. It concludes that strange aircraft have been haunting, U.S. warships for years, making a new era for unidentified area phenomenon, right? Let's get this word haunted. evocative, poignant, and evocative, difficult to ignore or forget. And we're going to go even further, right? Bear with me. Let's get that word evocative, if I'm saying it right. Pronunciation is on or not. Let's see.
Evocative.
Oh, evocative. All right, so I had the pronunciation wrong. But check it out. Bringing strong images, memories, or feelings to mind. So this is something that these devils have ran across before. Right? Because the article tells us that it has been hunting U.S. warships for years. Salakia. All right. Now let's get something real quick. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 109, and verse 10. It says, let his children be continually vagabonds and beg. Now, when did that beg start taking place? Well, when Isaac was giving out the blessings, and he wept and begged his father, hast thou but one blessing? Bless me, even me also. Right? It says, let them seek their bread also out of their desolate places. Yeah, every pretty much place and rulership they have been involved in, such as the Roman Empire, has came to naught. All right, Mount Seir, no one dwells there to this day, and the same place is going to take, same thing is going to take place here in America. It's going to become desolate. Let's jump up to 7. It says, when he shall be judged, let him be condemned, and let his prayer become sin. And you best believe they are praying that these apparitions, hint, all right, turn out to be good for them. But it's not, because he is the what? The thief, he's the vagabond, he's the fugitive. This is Zechariah chapter 5 and 4. And it reads, and I will bring it forth, saith the Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHWASHI of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof, and the stones thereof. So this place is going to be utterly destroyed by the way of what Zechariah had seen, is that flying roll, which takes us back to what? This article. Okay? Hunting. Now let's get to another word, right? Let's type this poignant. Let's see. Poignant. And see what this gives us.
Poignant.
Poignant, okay? Evoking a keen sense of sadness or regret. Ooh. Hey, they shouldn't have looked on the other side in the day when we was getting taken away, you know, in the Babylonian captivity, man. Hey, that was our brothers on the other side, clapping and cheering the Babylonians on while they destroyed, killed our children, raped our women. All right? So this is what the Lord is stirring back up. All right? Now, let's jump down to the second paragraph and see what the apostles were speaking of. It says, yes, Navy pilots and other military personnel have been seeing mysterious flying objects for decades. A Navy task force reviewed 144 sightings by the U.S. government personnel. Hey, call halal YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHWASHI. Why is this number significant? All right? 144, man. Because you have 144K, all right, that are of the elect of Israel, man. The ones that's going to reign, all right, joint heirs with Yahawah BaHashem YAHWASHI, man, for 1,000 years. All right? Now, this is what they're putting on wax. It says that occurred between 2004 and 2021. No, the Pentagon doesn't know what they are. There's no evidence that the objects were sent by space aliens, but the report mandated by Congress as a part of the 2021 National Intelligence Authorization Act confirms that the sightings remain unidentified, which brings us to the UAP, unidentified area phenomenon. And it's not a phenomenon, all right? It's a phenomenon to you, right? It's poignant to you, all right? And what's the other word we got here? Remember these words: evoking a keen sense of sadness or regret. And we're gonna get some scriptures, man. All right, gonna get a few more scriptures. But they regret that they put their hands on the children of Israel. They regret, all right, that they stood on the other side. They regretted that they took selfies, basically, on taking the goodly, precious things out of the temple, as in the Ark of Titus. That's what that represents. These niggas actually took selfies, man. All right, let's go to chapter 9, Zechariah chapter 9 and verse 14. It reads, "And the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI shall be seen over them, and his arrow shall go forth as the lightning, and the Lord power shall blow the trumpet, and shall go with whirlwinds of the south." So this sounds like to me, war talk. This is war language. The Lord has a controversy with you people, man. All right? And the word over them, which I just want to highlight this, it gives us a sense of something that's aerial. So the Lord is going to come with an aerial attack, all right, over these devils, man. All right? And you can count how many times that the Lord or Israel had to fight our own way out of captivity. No, the Lord breaks into play. You see? Now let's bring us to 2 Maccabees, which it took place again. The Lord is stirring up our pure minds of remembrance. He's also working on their side too, stirring their pure minds up by having these chariots come forth. And these are the same spirits are coming back. Everybody's back in their lot now, right? 2 Maccabees, all right, 5 and verse 2. You can read up. Matter of fact, we can start up. This takes you to the history. It says, about the same time, Antiochus prepared his second voyage into Egypt, right? Because you had these generals that derived from, Alexander the Great, right? Put crowns up on their heads. You can read that in 1 Maccabees. All right, now this is the time that they're at war with one another. All right, that's also prophesied. Okay, that they should make war with one another in Revelation. It says, and it happened, and then it happened, that throughout all the city, for the space of almost 40 days, there were seen horsemen running in the air, in cloth of gold, and armed with lances like a band of soldiers. So these chariots we speaking of are in the air. These horses or horsemen, they say, there is no such thing as a horseman or horseman, right? So you would have to perceive that these would be something of an aerial, something that's in the air, all right? Something that's above, okay? Something that's over someone that's on the ground, like a band of soldiers. It says, in troops of horsemen in array, encountering and running one against another with shaking of shields and multitude of pikes and drawing of swords and casting of darts and glittering of golden ornaments and harnesses of all sorts. These are weapons. These are wars. These are lasers. All right? These are the things that's being described in an ancient way. Right? It says, wherefore every man prayed that apparition might turn to good. And that takes us back to the definitions that we peeled up. All right? Poignant, evoking a keen sense of sadness or regret. All right? Let's go back. Evocative, bringing strong images, memories, or feelings to mind. And you see the similarities, reminiscent, suggestive, powerful, moving, hunting. So these things are hunting, which they're not things, they're the host, right? Of the Lord, right? These are the chariots of Israel. And you find out that they're reviewing 144. How ironic and how convenient. So the Lord is on our side, man. We continue to do what we do. We almost out of here, man. All right? Because again, they're worrying, man. And they have been hunting U.S. warships for years. Why they ain't hunting Russia warships? Right? Because the Lord is coming back to destroy all of Edom. And that head, that whore that sits on many waters, that conglomerate, is the U.S. of A. All right? Babylon the Great. And he's coming to pretty much level this place, man. All right? So Lord willing, it was edifying and comforting to the point. On to the next one. Shalom.